Hi, my name is Aaron Edgell, and welcome to this session where we'll dive into the programs we offer here at UpGrad. Thank you for joining us. I'm very excited to be with you today. So today we're going to go through the universities we partner with, the details of the programs, what you can expect during and after the programs. We'll also go into how these programs will help you achieve your goals. We have a very international crowd today, coming from the United States, Europe, Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. And we'd love to get to know you a little bit better. And so we also want to make sure we're tailoring the content to make it use our time together wisely and tailor the content to be relevant to you. So if you don't mind, we'd love if you just jump into the chat, tell us where you're from, and put any questions you have or any expectations you have from today's session. We'll make sure we answer any remaining questions at the end. And while you do that, and before we get into each program, I'd love to take some time to just briefly intro who we are at UpGrad and how we work with universities to offer these higher education programs that are accessible, affordable, global, and relevant. And so we're privileged to partner with some great universities, as you can see. These are some of the best universities across the globe, coming from the United States, the UK, Europe, and Australia. And a large part of the programs are taught by their well-respected and well-recognized professors who excel at teaching these complex topics in a very engaging way. And they've been doing it for a while. They also cover a variety of fields, from data science to management to technology and law. And they range from certificate level, bachelor's, master's, you have MBAs, and also the doctoral level. And so how does UpGrad fit? Where do we complement? So the educational content is complemented by real world advice, group work. We bring in expertise from subject matter experts, mentors recruited from leading companies across the globe. And you get to learn in one of the most engaging platforms there is. We've recorded tons of content. We have interactive elements. We have forums that you can participate in. And finally, and this is where I get the most excited about how we fit, is that we obsess over career outcomes, because we know you're not simply learning for the sake of it. You come with very specific goals to better yourself and to keep moving forward. And that's what drives us, is that notion that you and everyone should have the career they deserve. Whether you're just getting started, you want to stand out, you want to get a promotion, or you're looking to climb the ladder to senior leadership positions. Maybe you want to move abroad or completely switch careers. We're here to support that and guide you along that way. And we do that really, I think, in three ways. The first is we make education accessible. So you don't need to restrict yourself to local universities. As I mentioned, there are great global universities that are maybe not where you live. And so there's no need to restrict yourself to that. You don't have to quit your job or move to a campus. You can get online education wherever you are at the pace and timeline built for people who have busy work lives, personal life, families, and you're trying to balance all of those. So we take that into consideration as we design these programs. As I mentioned, the learning experience is engaging, but it's also very supportive and structured. So it's not you and your laptop in isolation trying to figure things out. Whenever you need support, let's say your concept is unclear or you get stuck on something, you can reach out. UpGrad is there to help you. You can also, we also facilitate peer learning. So you can engage with a group of other students who are learning at the same time as you are in cohorts. And so you get that support too. And of course, we bring all of this at a fraction of the cost of an on-campus degree or program. And we do that without sacrificing quality. And we don't want to lose what makes a campus great. And that's the networking opportunities and belonging to a great group of people. The second thing that really differentiates us and we're able to help you achieve your goals is we give you global exposure. You constantly get exposed to global ways of thinking, to frameworks, challenges, and insights. And this is all thanks to teachers, mentors, students coming from 85 countries. We have internationally recognized universities and degrees, and you get to network with experts coming from global companies. And that means you get a little bit more access to international companies. I mean, our alumni, work at companies like Amazon, IBM, Microsoft, and Accenture. And in addition to this community of UpGrad alumni, and depending on the program, you're also able to join into this global university alumni network to keep building that international network. And the third way is you get relevant education. We want to make sure that you learn skills and gain experience that actually help you in your current and your next job. And this is all, again, thanks to bringing in subject matter experts and mentors. We provide very hands-on individual projects. We have group projects, and we make sure that the training that we provide is in-demand tools so that you're equipped to immediately add value on the work that you're working on. And then we also have modern programs. So we focus on the careers of tomorrow. We've always done that. So whether it's data science and machine learning, blockchain, or design thinking, that's still our focus and will always be our focus. And then to make sure it's relevant and to make sure that it's what you need, we offer a vast amount of career support. So you get reviews of your resume or CV, whatever you call it, where you're at. You get one-on-one mentorship and advice and more. And so all of this really is why we are a global leader in higher education. We have over 2 million people who've now learned through us in 85 countries across 80 programs. And we're proud of the exceptionally high completion rate, 87%. 75% of our learners have reported positive career impact. And finally, 45% reported rapid salary increase afterwards. Just on a personal note, this idea of being obsessed with your success is really what makes UpGrad great. And in your story and your future story, for those on here who haven't started their journey with us yet, is the UpGrad story. And that's what we obsess over, and that's what we think about all the time. So, but enough from me. Thank you for letting me take some time to give a brief introduction about who we are. I'll now turn the time over and let our learning experience team run through our programs, universities that are most relevant to you.
Okay, so now we'll be learning about two of our global MBA programs, one with Liverpool Business School and the other one that we have with the Deakin Business School. So first talking about the global MBA program with Liverpool Business School. This is primarily a research-driven MBA program wherein you will primarily be working in one of the 6 domains of management. That's sales and marketing. You have leadership and strategy. You have finance and accounting. Then you have business analytics. Then you have operations and supply chain. So you will be working on an industry-oriented research problem mapping to one of these 6 areas. And at the end of this program, essentially you'll have a full-fledged research report or thesis project with you that you can use as a proof of concept of your competency in that particular domain. So that's how we're talking about the 6 specializations. Now over here, please note that your specialization will not show up in the final certificate or the final degree that you're going to be getting. Talking a bit about the Liverpool Business School itself, it's a top UK university, as you might be aware. It's internationally accredited, and you get to, really work in one of the 6 core domains of management in this particular program. Now, coming on to the Deakin Business School, this is slightly different than the MBA that we have with Liverpool, because this is primarily curated for mid-level executives who are vying for the senior roles. So talking about Deakin a little, it's a top Australian university. It has AACSB and EQUIS accreditations. And in Deakin, we'll have more than 40 live sessions. So we'll talk about the pedagogy, the curriculum for each of these 2 programs in a little while, starting with Liverpool first. So like I mentioned, you'll be working on one of the 6 domains with an industry relevant hands-on research project. And over here, the pedagogy is primarily live session driven. You'll have your personal industry thesis supervisors as well. So talking about the learning elements, First you have content around research methodology. So you'll spend the first 2 months learning about research, how to go about selecting your research topic, what the research process looks like, how do you go about designing your research process, the literature review part of it, how to go about managing your research project, then finally you know writing that report, presenting that report, and the ethics, the do's and don'ts that you need to be very very careful about when you're talking about a research project. And apart from those 2 months of on platform content, we have a lot of live sessions, small group coaching sessions, and domain relevant sessions mapped to you for all the 6 7 months of the program. And these sessions are going to be conducted by leading global experts. So talking about other learning elements, you'll have one-on-one thesis supervision. So a thesis supervisor is going to act as your personal academic mentor throughout the program. And this person that is going to be mapped to you basis the domain that you want to work in, basis the kind of background that you come with. He's going to help you right from the beginning, right from the get-go, wherein you need to, finalize your research project topic and then sort of work on fleshing it out further in the form of a research proposal and then further carry out the research. So this person is going to be with you throughout your journey from day one till the time you've submitted your project, you've submitted your video presentation. So talking about small group coaching sessions, a small group coaching session is essentially a session wherein we have groups of 10 to 15 learners, and then we have an industry mentor or a coach, and it's a very interactive session. Say for example, in a live session wherein you have all your batch present in that session, a small group coaching session is going to be just few of your peers learning about a particular domain, learning about how to go about researching in, say, a finance oriented topic, or how to go about researching when you have a marketing oriented topic. So these are curated workshops in very small groups, and these are going to be primarily focused on research related tasks and practices. Now apart from these, you'll also have domain specific live sessions. So when I talk about domain specific live sessions, when you're talking about live sessions, there's the research component to it, and then there's the domain knowledge. So we'll have the research specific live sessions as well, which are going to be conducted by global experts. And then we'll have domain specific live sessions as well, wherein you'll get the required domain knowledge to carry out that research project. Over here, you'll be learning about the concepts relating to the different management domains. Could be finance, then marketing, then supply chain and operations, business analytics. So the idea is to provide you support for all the aspects of this research project. So while you're conducting that research, the kind of knowledge, the kind of support that you'll need is the conceptual knowledge, the domain specific knowledge that will be delivering through live sessions. Then how to go about carrying that research that will be delivering through live sessions, small group coaching sessions, and through our content on research methodology. And the small group coaching sessions are going to also serve as a bridge between the domain knowledge and the research methodology part of it. So over here, we're going to map learners based on the domains that they're working in, based on the kinds of topics that they're working in. And then they'll look at research practices specific to that particular domain. Say, for example, when you're conducting a research project for a finance oriented topic, it's going to differ slightly from someone who's conducting research for a marketing oriented topic. So those are the differences that we're going to cover through the small group coaching sessions. And then to top it off, to provide you that really, really personalized experience, you'll have a thesis supervisor sort of mapped to you right from day one. And that person is going to be with you every step of the program. So this was about the Liverpool Business School MBA. Now talking about the the global MBA that we have with Deakin Business School. So this program is taught by faculty from the Deakin Business School, and we also have leading industry experts over here. We also have an industry capstone project, and this is really focused around the transition from mid senior level to the senior level roles. So leadership strategy formulation is something that's a really core component of this particular program. So the way this program is structured is this is divided into 4 units of teaching, followed by a fifth unit, which is going to be a capstone project. So the first unit deals with strategy. Over here, the courses that we have are strategy formulation and strategic capabilities. Then the second unit we have around design thinking and how it can be leveraged by leaders for innovation. So over here, the courses that we have are innovation by design and innovation using insights. Then the third unit sort of centers around the financial aspect of things. So over here we talk about financing your strategy, capital planning, and raising capital. And then finally, the fourth unit is more oriented around international business and high performing organizations. So over here we'll talk about the international business environments. We'll talk about high performance organizations, and then finally, towards the end of it, you'll have an industry capstone project wherein you'll be able to apply your learnings from all these units, from all these courses, and make decisions basis your understanding of the concepts. Try and understand the ramifications of your decisions. Factor those in the next time you make those decisions, and then sort of come up with a reflection piece on what you've learned through the application of everything that you went through during the course of the program.
Uh, Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. I'm Anand V. Ganapati, and I'm a senior program manager with the learning experience vertical in upGrad. Thanks again for expressing your interest in the Swiss School of Business Management's Doctoral of Business Administration program. The Swiss School of Business Management is a global, innovative, and unique school with programs designed in collaboration with over 30 industry partners, and it guarantees the Swiss quality of education and excellence, and is certified by the EDUCUA and the ACBSP. The Doctor of Business Administration program is a 36-month program and is amongst the most advanced business research program available to ambitious professionals such as yourselves. The program gives the opportunity the learners to choose a topic of their choice for their thesis domain from a variety of verticals, including and not limited to data science, machine learning, human resource management, marketing, business analytics, healthcare management, etc. Each learner in this particular program will be personally supervised by a mentor faculty who's assigned by the Swiss School of Business and Management, who will guide the learners during the course of the program. The program primarily comprises of 4 submissions, namely the concept paper, the literature review, the research proposal, and the final thesis submission. While there are no hard deadlines for these interim submissions, but to ensure that the learner completes the program within the duration of 36 months, it is recommended that the literature review, the research proposal, and the concept paper be completed within 6, 9, and 15 months, respectively, from the start of the program. The program also comprises up to about 15 hours of recorded content, which can be accessed from upGrad's learning platform, which will be given access to the learners as soon as you enroll for the program. As soon as you enroll for the program and after the program start date. The recorded content comprises a variety of topics which the learners can use to be able to guide themselves during the course of their DBA journeys. It starts with an introductory module which includes a welcome message from the faculty of SSBM, followed by concepts around research methodology, which introduces research, gives an idea about what literature review is about and how the overall research design should be, along with some idea around the sampling techniques and the data collection mechanisms as well. This will be followed by a course on research methodology 2, which will give some tips and tricks around the literature review, the importance of ethics in research, how should a research proposal look like, and what how the learner can go about building a thesis report, and also touch basing upon certain aspects related to philosophy and research as well. This will also be followed by a certain content around how to go about writing a research proposal, what are the sort of software citation tools that the learners can refer to, and finally, how to go about publishing the paper as well. The program will also include a wide variety of live sessions conducted by both faculty of SSBM as well as experts from upGrad's pool of subject matter experts and faculties, where the learners will also get a chance to interact with the faculty and the experts and understand how to go about their research with respect to the current industry scenarios as well. That's about it from mine. So thanks again for your interest in the DBA program, and we hope you have a very, very enlightening journey as part of this particular program. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you all for so patiently listening to all our speakers, and Anand and Manisha for so beautifully covering this. Thanks, Aaron, as well. Well, I will just start picking up questions from now on. And before I do so, I just want to understand a little bit more about all of you, trying to understand what your work experience is like and what's the outcome you're expecting from today's session, so that we can pick those questions up prior to the other questions that in the order of answering, depending on what's the outcome most of you are looking at here. So very quickly, just press those two buttons. All right, about 60% of you have answered it, and very balanced audience today. Thanks for answering. And I definitely understand there are so many content related questions and how upGrad would help you in propelling in your career. Great. Let me pick up questions in that order then. So Mohammed is asking that he wants to know about MBA and in project management and operations. Manisha, if you could just help me with this.
Okay. So, can you elaborate a little on the query MBA in terms of project management and operations, like specifically what the learner needs to know?
So you can, I think all of you can view it in your Q&A box as well. All the questions are visible there. But I think we'll have to wait for Mohammed to respond to that. What is it that you really want to know? Mohammed, if you could elaborate on that, is Manisha's response. Well, we do have a specialization as operations in our Liverpool MBA program. But do you want to know more about what are the prospects after it? Do you want to know what curriculum does it include? Specifically, what is it that you want to know is what Manisha is asking. One of the questions from an anonymous attendee is, I'm someone with a diploma engineering and 27 years of experience. Can I get an admission into MBA for Deakin with 16 years of experience in an MNC? So for Manisha, if you could help a person with diploma engineering.
Yeah. So the minimum qualification criteria, the minimum qualifying criteria that we have in place for the Deakin Global MBA is a bachelor's degree and a minimum of 3 years of work experience. So the candidate does, meet the minimum qualifications with respect to the years of work experience. But regarding the diploma, we'll need to check on it because currently we sort of have specified it as a bachelor's degree.
Correct. So, okay, I think that was written by Mohammed Ani. Mohammed, why don't you just write to us at admissions@upgrad.com with specifically this question? We would like to pick it up with our admissions committee and the university's admissions committee, so that we can see if an exception can be made. All right. Do we have any more questions? I think Mohammed is the one asking most of the questions. Mohammed, we're yet to hear from you in terms of what you wanted to know about the project management or operations specialization of our MBA. All right. Any other questions? Do I have to scan the chat box? I hope all of you are addressing your questions in the Q&A box, because that's where I would be picking them up from. All right. I think some of our the links to our current programs are already shared in the chat box. So would advise each of you who is trying to contemplate which program suits me the best to definitely visit those. All right, we see one question from JK. What does the curriculum look like? JK, for which program are we asking? For DBA. Anand, if you could help with that. You're on mute currently.
Yeah. Thank you for that question, JK. So this particular DBA program, we have curriculum as mentioned on the slide around research methodology, where we'll be touch basing upon aspects related to how to go about doing a literature review, what are the sort of methodologies that can be initiated or rather carried out for sampling techniques and for data analysis as well. And also around how to go about creating a thesis report that will eventually help in overall creation of the proposal as well. Now, the content that is available on the platform with respect to the curriculum is something which is a little bit more oriented towards how your research overall research journey can be kind of taken care of. So the mentors who will be allocated to you as and when you start the particular program, once the cohort launches, they will be in a position to guide you with regular discussions that will happen almost every week or every fortnightly, and they'll be in a position to guide you much better in terms of how to position the research. So it will be a program which will rely a lot on your conversations and your discussions with the mentor. The recorded content that is available on the platform is a guidance mechanism to ensure that wherever you have queries or clarifications, you can always use them as a ready reckoner. I hope I was able to answer that question. Happy to double down on that even further in case it's not clear.
To write to us if you need some more clarification, JK. And while there are other questions being posted, there were some queries that we received prior to the session. So Manisha and Anand would be directing some of them to you. All right. We've got one question, so let me pick up the other questions after this. For the Liverpool MBA, do you get any lectures from the specializations you don't choose? So if you choose finance, do you get lectures from HR, strategy, etc.?
Okay, so regarding the content pertaining to the specializations, you'll have access to the asynchronous or the recorded content for all the specializations, and you can choose to go through it at your own pace. Regarding the synchronous content or the live sessions, you are sort of invited to attend all the sessions. You can choose to attend those sessions, but sometimes there might be clashes between two specializations or two live sessions scheduled in the same slot. So for the most part, you'll have access to that content. in asynchronous format. Even for the live sessions or the the synchronous content that you might miss out on, you'll receive the recordings for that content and can go through it later on in case of any clash.
Great, that's great to know, Manisha. So, but however, it also depends on how much time you're able to dedicate to those sessions. So, if you're somebody who's working 45, 50 hours a week, and you're talking about taking out 10 hours a week to study the modules that you have, definitely depends on your interest and your inclination to learn more. So, you've got the access. That's the answer. All right. JK's question, I think he's elaborating on it, Anand. Is there a demo of the actual content, video, books, etc.? Sounds like mostly live course, but understand there's thesis and dissertation eventually, and not sure about the requirements in the interim.
So, Jacob, just to elaborate on that further, we do have actual recorded content which has been recorded with the SSBM faculty of about up to 15 hours of content that will be available for you as soon as the program starts. So that will be the asynchronous mode of content that will be available for your reference while you are part of the program. And apart from that, as I mentioned, there will also be live sessions that will be conducted with both the SSBM faculty as well as with internal experts that we've sourced, who will also give like a detailed walkthrough in terms of how to go about positioning a research, along with touch basing upon specific domains as well, wherever applicable. So we do have, to answer your question, yes, we do have like recorded content on this front.
Thanks, Anand. And yes, I think that's Mohammed's question on the Q&A. We will definitely respond, Anand. And I hope you've used the subject line of today's webinar so that they can just directly tag us and loop us in it. All right. So while I was going to ask you a few questions which we had received from some of the participants here. So one of the questions was, how do I choose between an MBA from Deakin or from Liverpool Business School?
Okay, so when you look at the MBA programs that we have with Deakin University and with Liverpool Business School, the one with Liverpool Business School, it focuses on one of the areas of management. You will be doing most of the work around either say finance or around marketing or around operations. And by the end of it, you'll have a much better understanding of that one management vertical. But when you look at the MBA program that we have with Deakin University, it covers all the facets of management. You will have courses around finance, you will have courses around human resource management, around high performing organizations, around international business, around design thinking, and using it for innovating your strategy further. So I guess it depends on what you're looking, as the outcome of your MBA. Are you looking at specializing or gaining expertise in one of the facets, in one of the verticals of management, or are you looking at gaining a more wholesome view of the entire concept of management itself? So I guess that will help you decide between the two.
Thanks so much, Manisha. And Anand, one question was regarding DBA, and it was with respect to how does it add value in my career if my objective wasn't to get a doctorate.
Got it. So thanks again for that question. So one of the major outcome of the program, of course, is the very coveted doctor tag that gets added to your name as you complete the program. But what comes as a major USP of the program is the Swiss quality of education in terms of pioneering research guidance that you get from very, very seasoned and tenured faculty from the Swiss School of Business and Management, who come with years and years of experience in terms of guiding several learners, both in their offline programs as well. So, and it also prides itself of the fact that the kind of research guidance that is being provided is something which matches with the contemporary industry landscape as well. So one major outcome that anyone can actually derive by enrolling for this program is to be very detailed in terms of receiving cutting edge insights that are very, very relevant to the current industrial landscapes, which I'm not sure to what extent how many programs are out there that can also pride itself, or rather boast itself of saying that. So that is the overall USP that we can actually derive, anyone can derive by enrolling for this program.
Thank you for that answer. And one of the questions which I think I'll answer, that one is, do we have does it enable me to get good job prospects doing any of these management programs? And absolutely, what you get access to is being an alumni or being a part of the learner community of these coveted schools. You automatically, it becomes an easier access for you to access the alumni of these programs, and that opens job opportunities for you globally, because the alumni are spread across the globe for Deakin, for SSBM Geneva, and for Liverpool Business School. And also what upGrad brings to you as a relevant offering is the fact that you've got peers from 85 plus countries learning with you. You've got a very strong and solid peer discussion portal where you can post your queries, ask questions, and start discussions. You've got access to amazing industry experts from across the globe, and we've also tried to assign you into study groups, into smaller groups, so that you can get to know your peers better. And we do that by calling it small group coaching sessions. So all of these different elements which are a part of the synchronous component of our course helps you in deriving a lot of value from the peers you're learning from, and getting access to the best career guidance and industry knowledge and know-how, which if you were doing an MBA from a college is difficult to get, because then you've got more theoretical learning, and here you're getting access to a lot of industry experts. So that is what is the uniqueness about doing a program with upGrad. So that was, I think those were the 3 questions which I had received. Are there any more open questions? All right. Would like to know from all of you so far, was this session any helpful? And if you like us to keep doing more of these, and also if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask in the Q&A box. We've still got some time left with us. In the interim, Manisha, Anand, are there any questions you've been asked in the previous sessions that you would like to address, where you repeatedly get asked something which could be, is this meant for me because I'm currently in the IT sector? Because that's, I think, one common question we usually get asked a lot.
Yeah, so talking from the perspective of our MBA programs, I personally believe that management education is meant for anyone who's willing to learn. It doesn't really draw a lot from your previous professional background in terms of the hard skills, but it draws a lot from the soft skills that you would have gained from that professional exposure, from that professional experience. So, yeah, I believe that a management education is for anyone who's willing to put in the effort.
Great, thanks for that, Manisha. Anand, any other add-on point to that point of Manisha, or any other question you get asked often?
So one question that gets repeated in a lot of our sessions that we conduct with learners is about the involvement of the faculty from SSBM. The faculty will be involved through and through, both from three aspects primarily. One is with respect to the asynchronous content that will be made available to you as soon as the program starts. Secondly, with respect to the synchronous content, which is in the form of live sessions that happen almost on a weekly basis with all the learners. And third is with respect to the overall mentor guidance, the one-on-one mentor guidance that happens, and it's something which is entirely expected by the learner. To make sure that they have a regular cadence set with the mentor, while the mentor will also be ensuring that they are consistently working closely with the learner to help them achieve their goals for which they've enrolled for the program. So through and through, the presence and the deep involvement of the SSBM faculty will always be there till the time the program is completed. And through and through, there will be a lot of research guidance that will also be offered. So yeah, that's a question which we keep getting very commonly from all of our previous sessions.
Thanks so much, Anand. I think one of the questions I got asked on chat is, what about your product management and digital marketing sessions? We definitely have another session scheduled for it, so do keep on the lookout for those sessions. But let me ask Sanskruti to just share the links for those programs with you. So our product management and digital marketing certifications are again with amazing university partners. Product management is with Duke CE, and the digital marketing program that we offer is with MICA, which is absolutely known for its marketing prowess as an institute in India. And we've got there's so much learning in the 6 months which is clubbed in this, and with the access to you having a lot of live projects that you can actually add as part of your resume. Now, a lot of you really are in this catch-22 situation where, okay, I need an experience to apply for this job to gain experience, right? So upGrad's courses act in a very wonderful way to help you show that experience, at least on your CV, which passes through the ATS round, right? The first round. And you can use that as the first step to proceeding to the next round of or getting just that first interview landed. And we've also got a host of career coaches in upGrad who will help you with mock interviews for helping you prepare with any of these upcoming interviews that you have lined up, so that you can, even if you haven't completed the course yet, you can actually land up a job. And that has happened with a lot of our learners who are currently pursuing our management programs. All right. I think one question from Mohammed is, do we get sample videos of how the online classes are conducted? All right. I think one link that I shared with you, Mohammed, here, I'm just sharing it again. This is how our platform looks like. It's a platform walkthrough video that I've shared on chat here with you. So you can definitely have a look at the video and understand how our platform looks like. And Manisha, do we provide a Learn platform access to, or is it only granted when somebody enrolls in our program?
We do have some free demo courses that the learner can explore to get a sense of the kind of content that we have on platform. The features, the discussion forum, the assessments, videos, text, and everything. So I would actually encourage to go and explore those courses.
Correct. And Mohammed, the way you can access those is speak to your admissions counselor who has been assigned to you. And if you haven't been assigned an admissions counselor yet, do again drop us an email at admissions@upgrad.com, and an admissions counselor will be assigned to you, will guide you and take you through each of the questions that you've asked and in a lot more detail. All right. So far we've answered about 13 questions, Manisha, and congratulations on that. And we're still awaiting a few more questions from you for the last 10 minutes before we close this session for the day. And until then, we look forward to meeting all of you again. Ask you keep your questions ready with for us, and we'll be happy to help you. So far on the poll, we've got most of them saying that the session met or exceeded their expectations. So congratulations on that, and definitely look forward to having all of you guys with us on another session. We keep doing a lot of insights with upGrad series every month, the third week of every month. So definitely look out for our emails, which come from Team upGrad to your inbox. All right. Do we have any more questions? So no questions so far. Do write to us at admissions@upgrad.com for any other questions that was left unanswered during the session. And we look forward to meeting you guys again soon. Thanks so much for your time, Manisha, Anand.
Thanks, Medha. Thanks everyone for listening to us talk about our programs and sharing some of your very, very precious time with us. And really looking forward to having all of you, I would say, alongside us in the journey to your MBA or your DBA, whichever way you decide to go.
Yep. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much, everyone. Hope to see you guys on the other side.
See you. Good day.